7 subtle signs she's developing strong feelings for you. She won't say it out loud, she may not even realize it herself. But when a woman begins to catch real deep feelings for a man, her behavior starts to shift in subtle, almost hidden ways. It's not the grand gestures that reveal the truth, it's the small changes, the little cracks in her usual calm. And the man who understands female psychology, who observes with patience, not desperation, can spot these signs with clarity and calm. This video is for that man. Here are 7 subtle signs she's developing strong feelings for you, whether she says it or not. Let's begin. 1. Her energy softens around you. One of the earliest and most overlooked signs that a woman is developing strong feelings for you is the change in her energy. It's not loud, it's not obvious. In fact, it's easy to miss unless you're paying close attention. Her tone gets softer, her body becomes more relaxed. She stops trying to impress or protect herself and simply is around you. Around most people, she might carry armor, sarcasm, aloofness, or high energy. It's how she protects herself in a world that often misunderstands feminine emotion. But with you, that wall starts to come down. She begins to open. She becomes warmer, more nurturing, even more playful. Her voice drops into a sweeter register. Her movements become gentler. Her presence slows. This change isn't accidental, it's biological. When a woman begins to emotionally bond with a man, her nervous system starts to sync with his. She feels safer, calmer, and more in tune with her natural feminine rhythm. Her masculinity, used to survive, lead, or impress, begins to fall away, and in its place, softness appears. Most men mistake this for friendliness. They don't see the shift. But the Stoic man, the one who's present, grounded, observant, recognizes it instantly. He doesn't rush to label it. He doesn't chase it. He simply holds his masculine frame and lets the energy unfold naturally. This softness isn't just about comfort. It's a signal of trust. When she trusts your calm energy, your emotional stability, and your ability to lead without control, she naturally surrenders her guard. And that surrender is one of the most honest expressions of growing affection. Don't confuse softness with weakness. In a world that demands toughness from women, the ability to soften is a strength reserved for those she feels safe with. And if she begins to show you that softness without even trying, it means you're becoming her emotional sanctuary. And once a woman starts to feel emotionally safe with a man, she begins to invest, attach, and desire on a level most men never experience. The key is presence, stillness, patience. So when her energy starts to soften around you, don't interrupt it. Don't force it forward. Don't even comment on it too quickly. Just notice. Hold your frame. Let her drop deeper into her femininity. Because that softness is the beginning of something real. 2. She asks personal, future-oriented questions. When a woman's feelings begin to deepen, one of the clearest yet quietest shifts you'll notice is in her curiosity, not the surface level, what do you do for fun kind of questions. No, she starts asking questions that dig beneath the surface, about your childhood, your values, your future. This isn't idle chatter, it's emotional strategy, often unconscious. She's collecting information, not just to know you, but to see where she fits into your world. She'll ask about your goals. She'll want to understand your past relationships, not to judge them, but to learn what shaped you. She'll ask how you view family, what you believe in, and where you see yourself in 5 years. These aren't tests. These are entry points. She's evaluating the emotional landscape of your life. If you tell her you plan to travel the world or focus on your business for the next few years, she'll calculate if she can be part of that journey. If you say you don't want kids and she does, she may rethink the investment. Her questions are gentle, but they're revealing. She's imagining herself by your side, silently asking, is this a life I want to be part of? The Stoic man doesn't get rattled by these questions. He doesn't view them as pressure. He answers them with calm clarity, without the need to impress. He knows who he is and where he's going, and that certainty is what draws her deeper. When a woman begins to ask about your future, it means she's no longer thinking in the moment. She's imagining something long-term. That shift in focus, from the now to what's next, is a powerful indicator of rising emotional investment. Most men miss this. They think she's just chatty or curious, but her questions are a mirror. She's showing you that she's beginning to value your mind, your direction, and your masculine structure. When she wants to know the man behind the mask, and more importantly, the man behind the mission, you know her heart is starting to open. This is where most men stumble. They either freeze up or over-explain. The Stoic man stays grounded. He speaks his truth. He doesn't rush to impress or sell himself because he knows if she fits his path, she'll stay. If not, she won't. So when she asks about your plans, she's not just interested in your answers, she's hoping her presence fits into your purpose. 3. She mirrors your mood and body language. One of the most fascinating psychological cues that a woman's emotions are deepening is her unconscious mirroring of your energy. This isn't something she does intentionally. It's a subconscious response to emotional attachment and nervous system alignment. If you've ever noticed that when you speak slower, she speaks slower, or when you sit back, she does too, or even that her facial expressions and tone start to mimic yours, it's not coincidence, it's connection. Women are incredibly in tune with energy. They pick up on nonverbal cues faster than men. When she starts syncing with you, your gestures, posture, rhythm, it means her nervous system feels safe and connected. This mirroring often starts subtly. Maybe she starts using your phrases. Maybe she begins to adopt your style of humor, or her laugh matches yours in tone and timing. These aren't tactics, they're signals that she's emotionally attuned to you, but it goes beyond behavior. When a woman is developing strong feelings, your emotional state begins to impact hers. If you're calm, she becomes calmer. If you're frustrated, she tenses up. You become the emotional compass. Most men don't even notice this shift. But the Stoic man, he's present enough to recognize the echo in her energy. Now here's the key. This mirroring can't be forced. You can't fake it. You can't create it by being needy or manipulative. It only happens when she feels emotionally safe, deeply intrigued, and increasingly connected to your masculine presence. And the more grounded you are, the more emotionally still you remain, the more she will sync with your vibe. It's a subtle form of leadership, a dominance not of force, but of energetic influence. So watch how she responds, not just to your words, but to your silences, your movements, your reactions. If she's mirroring you more often, it means her emotions are aligning with yours. Her guard is coming down. Her attraction is turning into something deeper, and that's when connection moves beyond surface and into soul. 4. She tries to extend time with you. A woman in her feelings won't always tell you she misses you. She won't necessarily confess that she wants to be around you more, but what she will do, if you're paying attention, is try to extend her time with you. She may linger longer after your plans, suggest just one more drink, laugh a little too long at your jokes, take the scenic route to say goodbye. Or maybe she casually asks what you're doing later, even if she knows the answer. These moments seem small, but they reveal everything. See, time is one of the clearest indicators of emotional investment. When she wants more of it with you, it's not just because she's bored or has nothing else to do. It's because your presence makes her feel something. Safe, excited, grounded, feminine. She doesn't want the moment to end because the world outside of it isn't as fulfilling. You offer her something few men can, a masculine calm, an emotional anchor, and a break from her own mental noise. And when a woman finds that kind of peace, even in silence, she will crave it. But here's where the Stoic man shines. He doesn't need to fill the space. He doesn't use this as an opportunity to brag, seduce, or impress. He just remains present. He watches. He notices that she's slowing down, that she's hesitating at the door, that her eyes are saying, "I wish this didn't have to end yet." You don't have to comment on it. You don't have to react. Just stay grounded. Let her linger. Let her feel the subtle pull toward you. That slow burn is powerful. It's how long-term emotional connections begin. This is the opposite of chasing. She's chasing time with you, and the more she does it, the more you know you're becoming her emotional addiction. And the most powerful kind of attraction isn't the kind that's rushed. It's the kind that simmers slowly with presence, depth, and patience. When she finds herself looking at the clock but not wanting to leave, you're no longer just someone she likes. You're someone she's emotionally tethered to. 5. she becomes more emotionally reactive. Now, this one confuses a lot of men, especially those who misunderstand female psychology. When a woman starts catching strong feelings, her emotional sensitivity around you increases. It's not because she's suddenly irrational or dramatic, it's because you now matter. Your words, your tone, your reactions, everything carries more weight. She might get a little more sensitive to your teasing, or feel hurt if you cancel plans, or read into something you said that seemed harmless. This isn't neediness, it's emotional exposure. She's starting to connect, and with that connection comes vulnerability. This is where many men make a critical mistake. They assume she's being difficult, too emotional, or overreacting. But what's really happening is simple. She's letting down her walls. She's beginning to trust you with her feelings, even the raw and unpolished ones. And how you respond in these moments tells her everything. A weak man gets defensive. He argues. He tries to win the emotional exchange. A needy man panics and apologizes too much. But the Stoic man, he stays calm. He listens. He understands that her emotional reactivity is just her heart testing the waters of intimacy. He doesn't walk on eggshells, but he doesn't mock her emotions either. He remains steady, like a mountain in a storm. He lets her feel what she needs to feel, without judgment, without control. This kind of masculine emotional control is rare, and when she experiences it, she connects with you even deeper. Because now you're not just attractive, you're safe. And safety, when combined with desire, is what makes women fall. So the next time she reacts strongly to something small, don't take it as an insult. Take it as a compliment. It means she's letting you in. 6. She initiates. More often, but subtly. When a woman is developing strong feelings for you, she won't always come out and say, "I like you." That's too risky, too exposing. So instead, she starts initiating contact in quiet, seemingly harmless ways. It may be a random meme she sends your way. A quick message that says, "This reminded me of you." A question she could easily Google herself, but she chooses to ask you. These aren't accidents, they're emotional breadcrumbs. What she's really saying is, "I'm thinking about you and I want to feel connected." Now, most men miss the power of this. They respond without awareness, or worse, ignore it entirely. But the Stoic man, he sees the intention beneath the surface. He doesn't chase, but he doesn't ignore. He lets her feel welcomed without ever becoming overly eager. Her subtle initiations are her way of testing emotional waters. She's reaching out just enough to stay in your orbit without putting herself fully out there. It's an emotional strategy rooted in her own self-protection and desire. It's also a signal that she's building emotional attachment. A woman who isn't interested won't invest energy in communication, but when she starts subtly seeking your attention, even in casual ways, it means you're on her mind more than she's admitting. The key for you is to hold your frame. Don't reward every message with instant replies or over-enthusiastic energy. Match her vibe. Stay grounded. Let her earn more of your presence. Because when she feels that her small initiations are being met with calm masculine attention, not desperation, she starts increasing the frequency, and that's when her affection grows into pursuit. It's not always about the words she says, it's about the effort she makes, and when her effort starts appearing without prompting, she's already emotionally invested. 7. She opens up about her vulnerabilities. This is the deepest and most meaningful sign of all. When a woman starts opening up to you about her fears, insecurities, and emotional wounds, it means something inside her has shifted. She's no longer just flirting, she's trusting. She may begin telling you about her past heartbreaks, her childhood struggles, her self-doubts. At first, it might come out in small doses. A story here, a hint there. But eventually, if she feels safe, she'll reveal more. This isn't weakness, it's intimacy. Women are emotionally intelligent. They don't share their scars with just anyone. They've learned that most men either get uncomfortable or use vulnerability against them. But when she opens up to you, she's watching your reaction. She's not looking for sympathy. She's watching for stillness. Can you hear her pain without flinching, without minimizing it, without needing to fix it? The Stoic man passes this test with quiet strength. He doesn't interrupt. He doesn't panic. He holds the moment with patience and presence. He becomes the container for her emotion, a safe space, not a reactionary one. This level of emotional connection is rare, and when a woman feels seen, heard, and not judged, she bonds on a soul level. You now represent safety in her mind, and safety is the foundation of true love. So if she starts revealing the parts of herself she hides from the world, don't take it lightly. She's not just talking, she's trusting, and trust is the deepest form of attraction. Women don't always confess their emotions outright. In fact, the ones who feel deeply often say the least. But if you know what to look for, if you're present, grounded, and emotionally aware, you'll begin to see the truth hidden in her subtle shifts, the softening of her energy, the curiosity about your future, the mirroring of your vibe, the extra time she tries to spend with you, the emotional reactivity that shows she's invested, the small ways she reaches out just to stay close, and the moment she shares her pain, hoping you're strong enough to hold it. These aren't games. These are signs that her heart is opening, that she sees something different in you, that your masculine calm is giving her permission to feel something real, something rare, something lasting. But here's the key: never force it. Don't chase these signs. Observe them. Respond with strength. Remain in your frame. Because the more stoic, grounded, and emotionally disciplined you are, the deeper her attraction becomes. Women fall for men they feel safe to be soft with, not men who talk the loudest, but men who carry quiet strength. So, if you're seeing these signs, you're not just in her thoughts, you're in her heart. If this video gave you clarity, drop a comment saying, "I see the signs," hit that like button, and subscribe for more deep insights into female psychology, stoic masculinity, and the power of emotional control. This is Olivia Rose. Stay calm, stay powerful, and always lead with presence.